Hello everyone and welcome to another random game of the day! I'm Andrew and today we're playing Banjo Kazooie for the Nintendo 64 and this game is incredible. And it is definitely one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games and it was made by Rare back when they were one of the greatest companies ever. As they were in charge of this, the Donkey Kong Country series, even GoldenEye. I mean, they managed to make a game based on a movie and they took it and they managed to make it actually be decent. Like, that is a pretty tough feat to accomplish. So yeah, Banjo Kazooie, a game I'm sure a lot of people have probably played. So yeah, right now we're just sort of working our way up Spiral Mountain. We're just going to be doing the first level today. There's nothing too big, nothing too major. Because the levels in this game actually do get very, very big and complex by the end. And I don't want the video taking like an hour. So we're just going to do the first level to keep things simple today. There's a good chance I'll come back someday and play Banjo Kazooie again, just because I love it that much, and it is an awesome game. But yeah, so I've done all the beginning stuff, got the moves, got the first 6 empty honeycomb pieces, so now we're up to 6 full containers up there. And I also got the first Jiggy, so all we need to do is go up here, look at this puzzle, which is really difficult to find, get the tutorial on how to put it in, even though we don't really need it. Just press Z, Z, Z. Yeah, so Z would fill them all in, but since there's only one, there's not really any point. So it's just press A, and there we go. Really difficult. So yeah, the first puzzle piece is pretty much just given to you right when you enter the lair. And here we go. First level, Mumbo's Mountain. So it's not super long, and it's not super large either. So it's it won't be too bad. Just to not too bad for a video, because I know if I was doing something like I don't know, well, really, even starting with the second level, things start to get a lot more spaced out, and it just becomes quite a bit more difficult. So let's see. So yeah, in every level there's a whole bunch of things to do. So you have notes to find. There's 100 notes, and I already missed the word. There's 100 notes in every level, and you want to try to collect as many of those as you can. And there's also 10 jigsaw pieces which you want to find, and as you just saw, we used that to complete a picture, which opened up a world. So yeah, that's what the puzzle pieces are going to be for. And there's also the Jinjos, as you can see. I just collected the blue one, and if you find all 5, they'll just give you, what's it called, a puzzle piece. And other items include things like Mumbo tokens, which we're going to give to Mumbo, who lives on this mountain, and he can transform you into a whole bunch of different things, because he can be found in different levels. In this level, I believe he turns you into a termite, I think it is. It's some sort of bug. I think it's a termite. Or is it an ant? I actually don't quite remember. So yeah, these honeycomb pieces, as you can see up there, they just refill your health, but since we haven't taken any damage yet, and who knows if we will take any damage, they're not too helpful at this point. But yeah, the notes, the interesting thing about them, if you leave a level or if you die, all of the notes go back to their positions that they were at before, and it just records how many notes you had before you left the level or before you died. So it's really like your, it just records your high score. And then that's what the game keeps track of for the rest of the game. So pretty much, it can get pretty tedious if you have like 99 of the notes, and then you die. I mean, I know especially in the very, very last level, Click Clock Woods, it's very long and very, we're gonna want that, and very spread out. So especially if you die like right at the end. Okay, yeah, sorry. We're gonna need something before we can do that, I forgot. But yeah, we're gonna need to get that Mumbo tokens. As I was saying, we're going to want to transform into one of these guys. Yeah, I don't remember, ant, termite, something like that. Let's see, let's go up here. And here is the first Jiggy I'm going to collect on camera. So you must search for 10 of us on each world. We'll help you progress through the witch's lair. Because yeah, the whole story is the evil witch Gruntilda has kidnapped Banjo's sister Tootie, and it's your job to go rescue her. That's the premise of our story. When you're ready to leave the world, return to the start area and stand on the exit pad. Or yeah, it's pretty much that's how you exit levels. Although we're not going to be doing that until we have absolutely everything. We have eggs here, which we will be using in the near future, although we don't know how to use them yet. We're going to go over here and grab this Mumbo token. We're going to go over here. I said, and stand on this molehill. And we have Bottles the Mole, and he's the guy who just sort of teaches you your moves. So the Talon Shot will let Kazooie tackle steep slopes with ease. That sounds useful. How does she do it? Hold Z, then press the left C button. Continue to hold Z while moving Kazooie around with the control stick. Go practice. So yeah, this is probably one of the best moves in the game, aside from like flying and invincibility. So yeah, so we can now move much faster. We can also tackle steep slopes that we would slide down otherwise, like that one inside of that hill thing over there that I kept sliding down. So we're gonna go back in there and do that. So there we go, the orange ginger there, so that's 2 out of 5. And we're also already up to 40 notes, so this level's not very long. It's actually going a lot quicker than I was expecting it to already, but we'll see what happens near the end. So now, we should be able to have no problem standing on this. And there we go. But although we're not going to be able to go any farther than that until a bit later, so we'll deal with that after. But yeah, overall, the Banjo Kazooie games, the first one's definitely my favorite. I love the levels. Rusty Bucket Bay is the greatest level ever. It is so much fun, and just overall, it's great. Like every Rare game at the time, the music's awesome, the level design is awesome, the gameplay is just awesome. I mean, it seemed like back then Rare could do no wrong. I mean, they were just like the perfect company. Kind of like I thought Capcom was until a certain incident. Seems like no one can stay good forever. But and what's it called? I love this game. Banjo Tooie. So yeah, as you said, we have enough notes to open the first note door. Because that's really why you want to collect notes to open smaller doors, like not doors that let you enter levels, but ones that just take you deeper into the layer. There we go. Third ginger there, and some more notes. But yeah, I was just saying, as I was saying, Banjo Tooie. I don't like it as much. I mean, the idea is the same. You have notes to collect, and other items and puzzle pieces, of course. But the levels, I really don't like them anywhere near as much. I mean, they feel way too big. I mean, you take like the longest level in Banjo Kazooie and multiply it by like 2 or 3, and that's pretty much your average level size for levels in Banjo Tooie, and that's just too big. Anyway, so second Jiggy here. I believe that's only the second one? Yeah, awesome. And as you saw, we picked up that mango from the tree. Or, no, it was an orange, sorry. We're gonna go throw it at this guy here. And he'll get off that massive stump. Oh, Chippy like Konga's orange. Chippy help Fat Bear and Bird. So there we go. But now we erase this so we can go up here and get another Jiggy. So yeah, Jiggies are pretty much just handed to you for doing really small things in the first level. But yeah, overall, I don't like the second game as much. It's still a very fun game, lots of exploring and collecting to do, which is fun, but it's going through the witch's lair and doing all that. Nothing will ever be able to beat that for me. So here we go, another Bottles Molehill. So let's see here. Time for the buzzard to learn the ancient ways of the egg. I'm listening, Beetle. Yeah, there's a lot of pointless name calling in this game. Hold Z, then press the top C button to shoot an egg out of your mouth. Hey, sounds cool. Anything else? Sure, press the bottom C button instead and you can pretty much fart them out from behind. As anyone will remember who's played this game before. There we go. So we can carry 100 eggs right now. And you can also use the control stick to aim while crouching. So there we go. And we get 50 free eggs, even though they're not really hard to come by. And our energy is low because we accidentally took a hit from Konga a bit earlier. So yeah, here we go. So we have some more eggs here. We have another Mumbo token, 3 out of 5 in this level. And we also have the witch switch here, and if we hit that, you will see that we don't have the ground pound attack yet. We will be back shortly. But first, before we do that, I forgot you had to learn the ground pound attack separately, actually. But now that I think about it, yeah, you definitely do. So now we can shoot eggs, as we just learned, with the up C and down C buttons, and we can also take damage just like that. But yeah, so we're just gonna probably have to hit him 3 times, just to knock him down, to avoid the oranges. And that one, and to fall off by accident. That was terrible. Let's see, let's get back up there. Yeah, I often debate with myself what I like more, Banjo Kazooie or Mario 64. I mean, a lot of the ideas in each one are the same. I mean, of course, Banjo Kazooie, I mean, it definitely takes a lot from Mario 64, because it was like the 3D platforming game at the time. So you definitely have a lot of similar elements like the backflips, of course, and the jumping around. And the puzzle pieces can be seen similar to the stars that you collect in Mario 64. I'm not saying that they copied it, I'm just saying there's definitely the similarities there. But I'm really not sure which one I like more. I always lean towards Banjo Kazooie. I mean, overall, I mean, it's just incredible, and I really like it. The levels are awesome. The music's a lot of fun to listen to. So overall, I just really like it. And we still don't have ground pound, but we will learn it right here from the final attack hill in the game. I call this the Beak Buster. Jump into the air and press Z to send Kazooie slamming hard into the floor. I don't like the sound of that, Banjo. Sounds good to me. Get used to it, Nespero, you'll be using it a lot. And our energy's low again. So he always refills your energy, which is nice. Not that it's really important. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you on this world. I always thought it should have been in this world, but I guess on makes kind of sense. So anyway, now we're going to want to destroy all of these little hut things here. And it doesn't matter what order we destroy them in, the same items will always come out. So like the first one that you break will always have notes, and the second one I think is always like eggs. So it doesn't really matter. And the last one will always have a jiggy in it, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, there's the eggs. Let's collect all of these. Go over to the next one. We got this one here. We're already up to 69 notes. So that one had a bad guy in it. I have no idea what their names are. One thing I never really do is remember what enemy names are. I mean, of course, Green Ginger there. Only one more to go. I mean, it's like, of course, Super Mario games, you have like Goombas and Koopa Troopas. No, I remember. But overall, enemy names aren't something I really make an effort to remember. I just say, like, that guy over there. Anyway, another Jiggy there. And that will take us up to, I believe, 5. Yeah, so awesome. We have this guy here who drops some health, even though we don't really need it. And we have this totem here in the middle. And we're going to want to destroy it. But before we break all of them, we're just going to break a few. Until there's one left. So I believe one more. Okay, so now we're going to want to backflip on top of this one. And we're going to want to collect this empty honeycomb right there. And what that does is, you see down there, I have 1 right now. And if you collect 6, you get another honeycomb health container at the top there. So like, we have 6 now. You actually only start the game with 5. But at the very beginning of the game, in the tutorial sort of area, there's actually 6 for you to find, using the moves that you learn. So I already got that one before I started recording. Anyway, there we go. So that's 6. 4 more to go. And wow, I wonder where the next one might be. Like, this one, they didn't even put any effort into hiding this one, but like as I said, they're pretty much just thrown at you in the first level, although that definitely changes later on in the game. So we only have 4 Mumbo tokens, although I know where the last one is, and it works out well because it's where we're headed next. We're going to jump over this fence here and collect yet another Jiggy. That's been like 3 in a minute, which is very awesome actually. There we go, 8 of those. We have some notes over here, so almost we're like 3/4 the way there, which is pretty good. So a whole bunch of things here, so maybe 1 of those. There's the last Mumbo token and the last Jinjo, so that's going to be another puzzle piece. And we need that Mumbo token to collect some of the final notes, along with another Jiggy. So let's see, let's go and get that guy. Can I make it? Yeah, awesome! And there we go, another Jiggy. That is 9. So yeah, 1 left to go. Last Mumbo token, so we need that to get the last Jiggy. But before we go and do that, we're actually going to jump off the side here and go into this little hole in the side of the mountain and collect another empty honeycomb. There's 2 in every level, except for the very beginning where you start the game in Spiral Mountain, where there's 6. But other than that, yeah, there's always 2. And then by the end, you get like 8 or 9 health containers. I don't remember, but anyway. Or do you? Well, maybe not. Maybe you only yeah, it's like 8 by the end. Anyway, so what we're going to do now that we have all the Mumbo tokens. Oh yeah, and if you're really good and you collect enough notes, it's like 882 notes, or something like that. You can get something that pretty much doubles the amount of health you have. Because it pretty much puts a shield over all of your honeycomb containers. That makes them each worth 2 hits instead of just 1. Be Mumbo, best shaman in all game, can help Banjo and Filthy Feathered One. Watch it, Hut Boy. Mumbo's magic tokens hid by which find tokens and Mumbo will help you. So as you can see the sign there, it says we need 5 for him to help us. So now if we stand on that skull switch there, he will transform us into something. So let's see. I don't want to transform just yet though. Whoa, that's not the one I wanted to backflip onto. These ones here, usually in Mumbo's house there's a little thing there that will let you go up above into like the rafters, I guess. There's something different in every level. Like in this level it's eggs. In some levels it will be notes or red feathers, or there'll be like a Jinjo up there, or a whole bunch of different things. But before we do that, is after we turn into the termite or the ant or whatever it is, I don't really plan on turning back before I leave the level. So there's actually one thing I want to go and do. Is for people who remember, like all the way back, like 5 minutes ago. No, it's probably longer than 5 minutes. Probably almost like 10 now. But there was that witch switch that I couldn't hit because I didn't have the ground pound. So we're going to go back and do that. And we're not going to slide off this by accident. There we go. We're going to go up there. And we're not going to miss. And so just going to jump along these, back to that switch. And we're going to slam Kazooie's face into the floor. Make him... Not him. I always thought it was a him, but that was like before I actually cared to read the text when I was like 5 years old. But yeah, we're actually going to make her eat ground. Because it's always fun eating ground. But at least, usually when people eat ground, they usually get back up again. Which is pretty good. I don't know if anyone will get that reference. But anyway, so yeah. Now that we've hit that switch, it made a puzzle piece appear. And that is actually outside of the level. Because, as you saw, that was sort of the entrance gate there. And that puzzle piece appeared on top of it. The only way to get that is to climb up that hill, but it's too steep even for when you're using the what we're using now. That lets you go up steep slopes. What you need to do is you need to transform into the ant/termite/whatever it is. So we're going to be here, and that will let you go up pretty much any slope in the game. But unfortunately, you can't really use it anywhere in the game. But it will be useful for now. Let's see, what does he say? Mumbo's magic, free to change back. I was hoping it would say what we turn into. I probably missed it at some point. Termite, there we go. There we go, so it is a termite. I thought so, not an ant. I mean, I guess the ants would be like a different color or something. But anyway, so yeah. We have the termite here, and as I said, that will let us go up even the steepest of slopes. So that is what we need to do in here. We're going inside the termite hill. And there are slopes in here that we can only go up when we are in the termite form. Let's go and do that. Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of different really neat transformations in this game. Like, what else is there? There's like the crocodile, and the washing machine. The washing machine is actually the second game. There we go, all 100 notes. Now we don't need to worry about dying and losing all those. We got a whole bunch of cool things. You can transform into the walrus. The bumblebee is probably the best one. There we go, collect all those. Unfortunately, there's no way to attack in this form, so we can't really do anything to defend ourselves, but that's okay. Anyway, let's go up here, and there we go, we made it to the top. We can even fall as far as we want at this point. I don't believe we take damage. There are 8 lives. Lives aren't really too much of an issue in this game, except maybe really later in the game. And there we go, 10 Jiggies, all of them in this level. And we get the victory fanfare there to confirm that we collected all the Jiggies. I believe that's everything in only 15 minutes. Yeah, you get the cool stats that will show what different things are. I don't really know what the colors of the levels mean. I mean, is this one just red because that's the one I'm in? And then these ones are yellow because they're the ones I'm not? I mean, sometimes the letters are blue too. I think I've never really figured it out. Let's see, so now you're going to sort of jump off. And yeah, so that's everything in the first level. It took, this video's been going on for about 18 minutes, I think I'm seeing now, so that's a pretty good length for the level. I mean, if I'd done any of the other levels, it would have been at least half an hour. But maybe someday I'll go back. And one thing I really want to do is the game show portion that happens at the almost at the very end. That is a lot of fun to do, and I would love to do that, put that on video. So anyway, so Grunty's magic stops you from taking the notes off the world, but the 100 you just collected counts as your best note score. Try to get 100 on each world. So yeah, so as they are needed to open note doors. And also after you enter a level, some of the bad guys always come out and sort of invade the surrounding area outside. But yeah, there we go. So 2 puzzle pieces, and that only counts for, it's like, that's in Gruntilda's lair now, I have 2. And so we still have the 10 from before. So there we go, we have Gruntilda. So like, yeah, when you open the door, baddies escape and roam once more. So yeah, she always loved to rhyme. So unfortunately, you can't take the termite too far out of the level. We only really use it to go up the side there and get that puzzle piece that we let out. But yeah, that is the first level of Banjo Kazooie in its entirety. Found absolutely everything, hit the witch switch, and even got the puzzle piece outside. So now, before we normally would have slid down this, but because of the move that we learned in Mumbo's Mountain, we can now go up this steep slope, and we can make it to this note door here. And this is a note door sealed by Grunty with one of her powerful musical spells. Open it up then, Jam Jars. It's funny because Jam Jars is actually his brother's name in the second game. It's not that simple, you must collect the musical notes from the world. How many do we need? So it's the number on the door, and as you can see, we only need half the notes that were in that level to open it. So we should be have no problem with that. So our energy is once again a little low. Seems like we're always down like 1 health whenever we talk to him. And yeah, there we go. So we opened the first note though. But we're not really going to do too much more today, I think. Let's see that. I love all the random comments. Then we have Grantilda's sister there, although we're not going to get into that because you really only need to know those facts for the Furnace Frenzy, Grunty's Fun Furnace Frenzy thing at the end. So here we go. We can enter the pieces into this puzzle. You can even remove pieces if you really want to be like strategic like that. You've already entered a few, but you decide you want to open a different level because you can. There's some cases where you'll have access to more than one puzzle at a time. That opens a Treasure Trove Cove, which is actually a very cool level. And it's the level where you learn how to fly. Because flying is definitely one of the most fun parts of this game, but we're not going to be doing that today. I think we're going to end off here. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, Banjo Kazooie, definitely one of my favorite N64 games, and I definitely debate with myself often whether I enjoy it more than Mario 64 or not. I really like the whole overworld, like Grunty's Lair, more than the castle in Mario. But I mean, there's just a whole bunch of little things that it really comes down to when I'm trying to decide, because overall they're both incredible games. And these pots here will let you warp to other ones within the lair. So you've activated the magic cauldron. Find two the same color to create a shortcut or warp point. But some of them are like really similar in color, so it always confused me as a kid. So I thought I found two, even though I didn't. But yeah, I think that's enough rambling. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me play Banjo Kazooie. Very fun game. It's too bad that the series has been so abandoned lately. I mean, I know they tried to bring it back with nuts and bolts, but they had to change a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, if the series was like really ongoing, and there wasn't this massive gap without like a real 3D Banjo game, and then they had tried to do nuts and bolts, I would have been a bit more accepting of it. But for all these years to want like a real sequel to Banjo Tooie, and then to get that game with the whole car stuff tacked onto it, it was just really disappointing. Because I mean, I was prepared to go out and buy a 360 the day that the day that the new Banjo Kazooie game came out, but then I didn't really like the way it looked, and overall, I mean, it wasn't very well received. I'm not saying that I based my opinion on it based on what others thought. I mean, I actually played the demo and stuff, and overall, it just wasn't really what I was hoping for. I was hoping for something a lot more along the lines of the Nintendo 64 games. I mean, I know there was the Game Boy Advance one, Grunty's Revenge. That was actually a lot of fun too, but it was 2D, and I mean, I really wanted something just like the 64, and I know I've said that like 5 times now, but yeah. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed saying that once again. And tomorrow we're actually going to have a very interesting video where I show something that I know a lot of people have probably wanted to see. So hopefully you'll check that out. And thanks for watching once again, and hope to see you next time.